Welcome to New Reality Awakening, where seekers become finders and stories become transformations. Each week we open the doorway to a new vibration, sharing wisdom, healing, and awakening from the visionaries of the New Reality TV platform. This is your gateway to raising your vibration and remembering who you truly are. This is where we remember that we are consciousness discovering itself. We are love awakening to love. We are New Reality Awakening.
Beyond time and space lies the truth of your soul. A remembrance, ancient, powerful, and wise, waiting to awaken. In the stillness between breaths, you are called back to your essence, to the wisdom of lifetimes, to the energy that heals, to the light that was never lost. This is where healing begins, where messages from Spirit meet the knowing within you, where energy awakens and your journey of soul transformation unfolds. Welcome to the Spirit and Soul Healing Show. I'm Amy Sikarskie, Master Energy Therapist, clairvoyant physical channeler for the Council of Light and Archangels, and spiritual mentor. I invite you to today's episode where you can feel the light pour in, activate your own soul codes, and find wisdom and support to help you on your ascension and healing journey. Let the transformations begin. Hi, welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of the Spirit and Soul Healing Show. I'm Amy Sikarskie, and I welcome you to experience all the wonder and to access the information and to really be open to the experience of activating your light body, enhancing your spiritual growth, and giving you more clarity about ascension and your path here in life. I have over 20 years of experience. I started with Reiki in 2001, and I actually started to study the modalities while I was in high school. So this has been, I would say, like the path for me. I am a nurse by trade, but it felt more that the spiritual space kept calling back to me. And I will be sharing so much about my journey throughout the episodes. But moreover, what I want to share is information to help you, to support you. And we'll have a variety of topics. First up, we're going to talk about channeling. So I'm super excited for that. I was very shy as a child. I didn't really talk too much in group settings. And now, as I've stepped into my path and purpose, I can feel that light coming in. And the role of a channeler has just completely changed my life and blessed me. It's taken me to an advanced new space of awareness and community connection, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. And so if we haven't met before, hi, it's so nice to meet you. And again, I hope that all of these upcoming episodes support you. So I want to just lay a little bit of foundational information out for you. If you're new to spirituality, if you're new to energy healing or past life regression work, channeling, whatever it might be, it all flows back to the connection with yourself, releasing programmings, healing energy imprints and signatures, and really healing even the traumatic energetic signature. What I would see in the field looks like tears or misaligned energies or areas like the pathways and the meridians and in the field, the energy field where it's really dim and dull. And so when you learn how to navigate this information and how to navigate and work with your own energy, you'll find that you're able to heal areas that are out of alignment, and you can bring in more of your soul light and also support yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually with the energy that's here around us. And you'll hear a lot of information in the upcoming episodes that draws on different areas of healing within my practice. And I'm so excited to share that with you. But again, a foundational piece is recognizing your own energy and what that means. And so if you're new to this and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start, I would start with dancing and singing and breath work and journaling, just getting like energy moving, have it come to the surface and release. And you might start to release sensations in the body, thoughts, emotions. And also, sometimes we are going to release patterns from ancestors or the past. And you might feel a shift within your DNA, even, which the DNA is a quantum experience. It holds and entails frequencies from your own soul lineage, so your past lives and life between lives. And it also holds energetic imprints and signatures and patterns from your ancestors, from the physical body. So it's a beautiful experience to be able to come to this space to heal generational experiences or programming that might have come through from other lifetimes or from your ancestors. And you can do that again with just beginning to open a space, to set an intention that you're looking to heal, to take time to be by yourself every day, even 15 or 20 minutes of quiet contemplation, breath work. And it doesn't have to be overly complicated to begin to recognize what is your energy and what is not. And we will go deeper in through the episodes and through the seasons with more information to support you on that. Now, season 1 is going to be highlighting channeling. And channeling is an experience where you connect in with another frequency and you let it come through. So you can connect with your higher self. You can connect with the frequency of healing, with joy, with guides and angels. You can tune in with ancestors on the other side. And whatever your intention is, and you find that intention and then you match your frequency to open to communicate. So those of us who are creative are often channeling. Poets can channel very easily. Artists channel very easily. Writers, so songwriters, movie writers, any kind of author can channel. And so sometimes we'll say, wow, am I channeling or am I making this up? But when we flow into the space of channeling, what we find is it comes through very effortlessly, clearly, and soundly. And as a channeler who brings to information for others in private and group readings, I make sure I'm tuning in with a consciousness that is here to support humanity and the person that I'm reading for. I began my experiences channeling energy, Reiki energy, in 2001. And then over the years, I began working with the public. So after my kids were a little bit grown, after nursing school, I was like, okay, let me get back into working with energy in the way of healing with energy and the spiritual aspect inside of that complementary, aspect that we have in nursing was Reiki was very much accepted or starting to become known and accepted in certain circles. I would say definitely healing touch is one that really paved the pathway, I feel, in my experience, what I noticed. So I was like, okay, I'm doing this nursing career and it's great. And I really enjoy working with people. And I didn't have a traditional nursing career. I worked with groups of disabled adults and disabled children. And so I was one where I was like, I don't want the hustle and bustle and the stress and chaos of a hospital. I don't want to work in a doctor's office and just have people come in all the time when they're sick, only see them for a hot second and then they're gone. I just felt really called to wanting to work in a community-based experience where I felt I could make a deeper, significant impact and establish that kind of community flow. So it always has been a part of my energetic knowing or desire. And when we moved to Texas, I was able to then expand myself and take more classes in energy work and readings. And it was just a beautiful time in my life where everything kind of burst wide open. So within that experience, my clair gifts turned on. And the clair gifts are a way that we communicate with non-physical beings access past life energies and information in the astral and spiritual realms. So you have the gifts of clairvoyance, which is the brow chakra. You have the gift of clairgustance, which is to taste, and that's the throat chakra. You also have the gift of clairalience, which is to smell energy, throat chakra, and clairaudience, which are the ears, and that's to hear. So you can see, hear, taste, and smell energy. The crown chakra is claircognizance, which is a direct knowing, instantaneous knowing of information. Clairsentience is the heart, and that's the feeling like you can feel, you understand through the heart space. And the heart is a beautiful portal of love and wisdom. It's that beautiful bridge between the spiritual space and our physicality. So we're going to talk a lot about that on the upcoming episodes. And then also you have the gift of clairtangency, which is to feel, or psychometry, when you hold an item and you can feel the energy off of an item. A lot of mediums or psychics that are solving cases of missing people will use a piece of their clothing and hold that for clairtangency. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, clairempathy. So if you're empathic and you really can feel the energy and the emotions of another, and myself, I am a clairempathic healer. So when I'm working with somebody, I'll start to feel their misalignments in my body, like I mirror it. And at first I was like, oh, that's interesting. And now I really appreciate it because it's a gift in which I can feel, okay, it shifted, it released, it's moving through. This is an area. So I use it kind of like a compass or a magnifying glass to lead me where we need to work and what needs to be done. And I know, okay, the work is complete. So we have all of these gifts. I feel like I'm probably forgetting one. So yeah, so clairtangency. Oh, let me just feel for a hot second here. It'll come through if I am. But all of our gifts are connected to our chakras. So as I'm tuning in, I'm kind of looking at the chakras and I'm like, yeah, check, check. So I think I got them all. And what happens is when you have your spiritual practice and you're meditating, or you have a lot of energy sessions on yourself, it can be hypnotherapy, even whatever form or route that you get to release energy and bring more light in, you're going to start to feel that light within your chakra system. And as you heal your chakra system, your clair gifts are going to pop on. And that's what happened to me. So taking all these advanced level classes and doing exchanges with my fellow students in the classes, I was able to access more light codes, open my energetic frequency, and release more of the heaviness or the lower, the density, the baggage that I was holding. And in that process, I was also working as a nurse and starting to take clients for transpersonal energy therapy sessions. And I started to notice that I was going into past lives of my clients. I was having them in my home at the Reiki table, and I was putting my hands in their energetic field. Sometimes I'd get pulled, like to put a hand on a part of the body where they were storing information, and all this light would come in. And then I would start to see these visions. And a lot of times when I would express, like share, what am I seeing here? The client would recognize it as a dream. Like one time it was like, oh, I've had this reoccurring dream. Actually, it happened a few times. They were like, I had this reoccurring dream. Wow, you're like describing it to the T. And I was like, that's not a dream. That was actually past life. So I would get a lot of confirmation through validation of their experiences and the feedback. And that helped me to develop my skill set by basically trusting in the process and opening up with an exploratory kind of outlook on it and curiosity. So I started to develop my clair gifts. And the more that I trusted them, I would share them, and the feedback helped me to understand just exactly how I was communicating with my team. So when I first started, it was energy work. And then I started doing readings about past lives and communicating with angels, spirit guides, ascended masters. And yes, sometimes loved ones would come in. Although I don't advertise that I do mediumship work, I do have the ability to do that. I've trained in it. It's just not my specialty. Like, it's not my favorite. I feel more inclined to the other spaces. So what was happening is these gifts were coming on, and then to check myself, I would take a class. Like, I would start having these organic experiences, and I was like, okay, cool. Gotcha. My guides are here. I'm starting to speak with them. I'm having like a lot of trainings in the moment from my team. And then I would find mentors and other healers and take classes, and we would have a lot of communication and feedback. So it was a great, great community that helped support me. And that was like around the year 2012 to 2014, 2015. From that point, I went and took past life regression training. So I'm a past life hypnotherapist, and that was really profound and amazing too, because again, you do the trades. So it deepened my connection with my soul lineage and my guides and my team. In 2018, I met a friend, Nicole, and she does physical mediumship. And I was really intrigued. I'm like, I've never heard of physical channeling. And you might notice, like, as you are waking up, that's such a weird way of saying it. Yeah. Let's just say, as you are being introduced to spiritual concepts and information, your guides are going to lead you, like, your soul will lead you in a path. Everybody's path is unique, it's not always the same. So I would get little pieces of information that would support me or inspire me and intrigue me in the areas prior to me then saying, oh, yeah, I want to train in this, like with this modality, or let me read up on this. So I had never come across physical mediumship. It just had not. And I met my friend Nicole, and I started learning about how she channels, and she was channeling Metatron physically. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I've been channeling energy for years, and I could feel that, like, my energy field was really clear. My clair gifts were straight on, like they were so, so active. And I said, I wonder if I could do this. And so just a little bit of mentoring with her and two other classes that I took with professional trance physical channelers supported me, answered my questions, and I was able to go because mechanically and with the anatomy, I was set, I was ready, but I really had questions to make sure. I wanted to be discerning, and I had these questions to make sure I knew, like, the proper protocol, because you're opening up to these worlds of spirit. Like, you want to make sure you know who you're speaking with, and if you sense anything off or red flags, you want to know all about that. And then you also want to know, like, okay, how can I develop my relationship? So there was so much. And now I actually teach channeling. So this is something that organically unfolded in its own progression over time. And I'm so grateful to be able to be a channeler, like be that, spokesperson, that liaison of light and information. And when I go into physical channeling, I channel the Council of Light. And when I clairvoyant channel or relay channel, I channel a lot of the archangels. Like, I just, yeah, that's my team there. Ascended masters, and sometimes like elemental beings will come in as well. So the reason that I found channeling can support us is because sometimes, it's like the source of our disruption, the things that are holding us back aren't even in this lifetime. They can be other lifetimes. Or we might feel like, gosh, why do I feel this longing and calling for something, but it makes no sense from a practical matter? So we tune in with spirit, and I'll channel clients' higher self and then these other beings of light that I mentioned, and we get a lot of guidance and information around it. And our teams never make the decisions for us. So that's like one red flag. If you have a being in the non-physical realms that's talking to you and really aggressive, berating, trying to make decisions for you, and just coming at you like 100%. That's not your guide. That's not an angel. Nope. No, no, no. They're going to give you inspiration and access information and give you like a program or the steps to take, a schedule. I'm hearing a process, step by step by step, to get to a solution for healing or wisdom, inner development and growth, accessing your gifts, and even the off-world experiences. What I'm hearing, because some of you might feel like, oh my gosh, why am I here? I don't truly feel like I belong, or I feel all alone. And so you just kind of feel like the odd duck out, right? Well, yeah. Hi. Until I met my friends and my community and my team, that was me as well. And what I noticed is that I think I was around 2016, 15-ish, I was introduced by my team to this idea that I have lived off of Earth before. And then I started to find star seeds, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? So I was introduced to it in my own healing spaces before I even knew it was a thing. And so if you feel like maybe or feels a little funny, yeah, could very well be that you're from the angelic realm or the star realm. So a lot of the channel messages have an inclination to support energy therapists, light workers, star seeds, incarnated earth angels that are here. And so our teams really want to give us a heads up of like the energy that's shifting on earth, teach us ways to feel empowered, to embody our light, to access those ascension codes, to help us with these activations, which means they're going to bring in some energy that will lift your frequency to meet that connection, like to meet that resonation, to meet their frequencies. So if you're interested, it's a whole beautiful world. And I'm sure it's different today, but when I first heard Starseed and I would go online, I'm like, what is this? And I'm looking it up online and I came across some pages that felt really off to me. Like immediately I got kind of sick and my intuition said no. So of course, what I do, I just keep reading. So I was reading a little bit and I realized that it was really like heavy information, but it didn't feel 100% accurate. And some of the pages I went on was eliciting fear. And my guides were saying that this is a distraction because whatever we need to know, they're going to share it with us, like with respect and love. They don't want us to be in a fear state. So if we do have any fear, it will come up organically and then they'll help us work through it because it's usually always tied to an experience we had in the past. And that's another thing as an empath and somebody super sensitive. You don't want to pick up on the projections of others, their thoughts, their belief system, or their emotions while you're in the process of discovering your soul history and who you are and healing. So I was guided way back when to really just have that communication with my team. And I would still talk about theories and ideas with friends, but I didn't necessarily delve into platforms, blogs, or that's what it was, blogs and forums back then. I kind of stopped and I started channeling information through. So if you're feeling called to it, like just wanted to give that little bit of advice. If you ever feel like, oh man, something feels funny here, it could be like I've been around this for so long that I've really realized that things could feel off. But then also check, like I like to have discernment and check myself too and say, is something off with that information or is it bringing up something in me that I need to heal? Like, is it me? And so a lot of self reflection is a huge part of the spiritual awakening in this process. But what I wanted to share is, some of the star beings are the Pleiadians, Arcturians, Andromedans. We have the Beta Centaurians. We have Orions. There's so many, and they are here to help and support us, as well as archangels and higher beings of light. But moreover, you're here. Like we are here. We're here in the body. And so all of my messages, all of the episodes are to help you feel supported, to make sense of it all, to give guidance and share my experiences and those experiences of my friends that I bring on. And then there's also like little glimpses of information that are going to feel like little mini classes or pieces of gem and wisdom. So I'm very, very excited for this opportunity to come to you through the Spirit and Soul Healing Show. You can also find me on podcasting sites with the Spirit and Soul Healing Podcast. At this time, I have like 120 episodes out. So there's a lot of information, a lot of cool conversations and channeled messages, also some episodes on channeling and working with your clair gifts. And then I teach classes and hold community spaces in energy work once a month. And then I have a mentoring group, the Sacred Healer Circle. And all of that can be found at spiritschoolonline.com. So I'm so excited to connect. If it's our first time, welcome. I'm so happy that we could make an acquaintance in the energetic space. And if you've worked with me before, hi. Welcome to the show. This is so fun. And I want to thank Will and Karen for the opportunity to be here at New Reality TV. It's amazing. It's going to be amazing. And I have a lot of cool things to share with you. So thank you so much, friends. Again, I'm Amy Sikarskie. I'm a master energy therapist of multiple healing modalities. And I am an energetic healer in all kinds of realms and dimensions, working with angelic beings and star beings and Mother Earth for psychic surgery and advanced energy healing, as well as I do clear energy and I work with psychic surgery to repair they're telling me organs, DNA, the structures of the energetic body, chakras. I totally specialize in chakra work, and I'm a channeler for the Council of Light, Archangels, and Spirit Guides. So fun to be here. I hope my work and all of my shares support you. And I'll see you guys again on the next episode. So like, subscribe, right? I think there's a heart and then I think there's a plus button. So you can be notified of the next upcoming episodes. All right. See you again. Talk very, very soon. Bye. Hi guys, I hope you're having a great day. We had our energy healing session at Spirit School today and it was amazing. I am feeling so much light, and it started off with just happy vibes. And then our teams came through and really brought in some very unique techniques and ways of strengthening our energy field. And a lot of the topic was confidence based in love and self-love, and how to, we talked about, and they gave techniques, how to shield or protect or stabilize our energy field in the chaos of the times. So whatever might be happening on the world stage or in our personal life. And this was one of my favorite sessions, as well as those who joined. The replay is now available. You can catch it at spiritschoolonline.com in the monthly healing session or sessions with Amy. If you have questions, let me know. I'm excited to share it with you, and it'll be available for 30 days. Or if you sign up for the membership, you'll have access for 6 months to this one. So check you out later. Hope you have a happy day and you're staying warm. Hi everyone, I'm so excited. I had 2 packages arrive today, so I'm just so happy. Okay, first, ta-da! The Ultimate Guide to Channeling, and I'm so happy to feel it and have it here in physical. So I'm excited for its release and for all of you to get to read it. And second is this art piece that's featured in the book, and it's from Anna Mako, and I'm really happy to be able to share with you my opening experience. Packaged really nice, and it was a surprise. We went on a walk and I came home and it was waiting there for us on the porch. So oh, I'm so excited. It's so nice when I see everything on the computer and then to see it in person. Okay, so first is the Certificate of Authenticity, and the painting is titled Channeling for my channeling book. So wonderful. See, I don't know. And then it's wrapped again. There we go. I'm so happy. Spirit School's Learn to Channel course is now available, and you can learn to channel for yourself or for others.
So when you bring through messages for other people, how do you know if it's right? How do you know if it's accurate? Well, through this course, we're going to teach you all the different layers of dimensions and frequencies so you know exactly how to tune in to the appropriate information at the appropriate time.
So you can join us live for interactive mentoring calls on Zoom. Also, you will receive over 40 hours of content on learning how to channel. Join us at spiritschoolonline.com for this month's cohort.
Keep awakening with us at newrealitytv.com, where there's one truth and many paths.